Hey everyone, welcome back to the M&R show. I'm Ron.
And I'm Malcolm.
And today we are bringing in a new person on our team, familiar face to the show, but we're adding him to our team as our basketball expert. Everyone goes get some claps.
Yes, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad.
Yeah, now we did bring G on his first episode, and we had to talk about his boy Kyrie Irving. Huge Kyrie Irving fan, Stan to be exact.
Yes.
So we want to start just what exactly is going on with Mr. Kyrie Irving.
Listen, Mr. Kyrie Irving is a man of his word. Hey, being a man of your word, it has pros and cons. Being stubborn can lead you to greatness, but it can also hurt you. Sort of like ego. And I don't think Kyrie's dumb enough to be anti-vax. I'll just say that. But I think he's one of those people that thinks, look at it like this. I don't believe people should be losing their jobs. You know, we talked about that for it. But he's one of those people that think, well, if I get the vaccine and I'm advocating for people not losing their jobs, what not look like a hypocrite if I'm not willing to sacrifice for this fight? That's probably what he's thinking. Now, I do not agree with that method. Let me say that clear. But I understand the perspective that I think he's coming from. We really don't know until he speaks. From what's been reported and stuff, that's seeming like the type of thing he is. Because we all know if he was being out there fighting for people that's saying, oh, you shouldn't lose your job, what are the first thing people gonna say? Aren't you vaccinated though? What you mean though? You ain't willing to sacrifice. So he's just trying to put his money where his mouth is. And hey, I can't knock it. Hey, we gonna win the championship regardless. Forget it.
Well, G, I know you took some time, and I know you thought about this for a while now, so you can be able to have a good response, a very articulate response for an expert. Congratulations to you. But the reason why Kyrie's not playing because he's not vaccinated. He was not able to come to practice because he wasn't vaccinated. They had to talk to the New York governor so the governor can be able to make sure. They had to figure out if practicing in a Brooklyn Nets practice facility, would that count towards the mandate in New York if you have to be vaccinated? Kyrie refuses to be vaccinated. The reason why he refuses to be vaccinated is something that I do not know, and only thing that knows is Kyrie. I don't know why people bring this propaganda of he's just making sure that other people he's trying to sacrifice because other people are losing jobs because they're not vaccinated. No. Kyrie's not playing because he's not vaccinated. That's the point. And I just think that we go around to this motion about Kyrie availability towards the team. And I think that has been more of a problem. We've seen that in Cleveland. I seen a post where they said he left Cleveland, he went to Boston. Boston fans was talking, saying that, yeah, Cleveland fans just mad because he left. Boston dealt with the problems that Kyrie's dealing with. Kyrie leaves, and Brooklyn's talking about, well, y'all just mad because Kyrie left. And now as a Brooklyn fan, which you are, you see the same exact things that's been happening when he was in Boston and Cleveland. Kyrie is Kyrie, and he's going to do what Kyrie does. But those are not things that's going to help you win a championship. Distractions are not ways you're going to win a championship. And you know this, G. You've been studying basketball. You understand basketball. You know to have a very good locker room. If you want to win a championship, you need to have a very good locker room. They need to be all in one accord. You can't have any distractions. And I think that's the main problem with the situation. And not with the stuff that he's trying to sacrifice. I understand you're trying to make him seem like a very good guy. He's a very good guy, though. But we know the reason at hand. He's not vaccinated. And that's the reason. And these distractions are going to hurt the team and hurt the Nets.
Man, I think, let me give y'all the real world of what's actually going on.
All right, tell him, Coach.
Kyrie Irving is if you are a person of color, you know a conspiracy theorist. If you aren't a person of color, if you don't know a conspiracy theorist, there's always going to be one you know. He is literally that guy. If you are surprised with anything Kyrie Irving has done, you have not been out enough. Half of my friends judged me when I got vaccinated for school. So I'm not getting paid for this. I'm paying them. They're paying him, and he still decided to sit out. So I'm not going to tell him to get vaccinated because at the end of the day, I'm not counting. That's his money. If he's very comfortable losing $35 million, I'm comfortable with losing $35 million then. Because if he thinks it's worth it, then that's just Kyrie. I don't think anyone has been surprised by anything he's done. I know I haven't been surprised. Like every single action I actually thought was going to happen. We all, like the media was kind of talking about it preseason, but they couldn't really say anything because it wasn't proven that he wasn't vaccinated yet. Now when it actually came out, now it's like, okay, now Kyrie's not vaccinated. But now everyone's trying to find a reason of like, why you think he's not vaccinated? Is he like on some conspiracy theory? Is it because he's with like a lot of people in the Black community that just don't trust the government or medicine or anything that non-Black people create? He could also, we know he's a, Sage, he's Sage King on Twitter. We all call him #Sage King and everything. So he's really with his roots and all different type of stuff. So I really think it's more so on that. Now, on a Brooklyn Nets perspective, I think it hurts them though, because like Malcolm was kind of getting to the chemistry. I'm not gonna use the word chemistry because I think they've all played together before and still do to this day. It's more just like a team vibe though. Now, I think Kevin Durant is very key in this because the way he talks about Kyrie in the media has been very good so far. If he wanes off of that and starts like, I don't know about Kyrie, then the team is kind of going to go with Durant. So Durant has a really big part in this if he wants to or not. But this is what Durant signed up for. You want to be the best player on the championship team, you also got to be the best leader on the championship team. Now, Curry and Draymond kind of were doing that role with you in Golden State, and you had Westbrook in OKC. Now you have to play 7 roles in one. So this is what he signed up for. He has to be able to do that.
Hey, I mean, I'll put it like this. On the Nets, this isn't to diminish his talent or impact. Strictly on the Nets. All Kyrie does is change it from 4-4-4-4 to 4-4-5-6. That's all he does. That's all he does. A team with Kevin Durant and James Harden, I do not care if Kyrie Irving is being a distraction or not. You are professional basketball players. A team with Kevin Durant and James Harden, I will not allow, nor should anybody allow them to use Kyrie Irving as an excuse for them failing. So if these guys lose in the playoffs, I will go in on KD. He's probably going to comment like he's probably going to comment, but I'm going to go in. If James Harden has a stinker and tries to pull,
he scares me.
Oh, if I wish I would have had another backcourt mate, I'm going to go in on James Harden. If Joe Harris chooses to stink it up again, I'm going to go in on Joe Harris. I will not allow this team to underperform and lose before winning a ring. I promise you. Kevin Durant and James Harden still are on the best team in the NBA. Point blank, period. So a lot of people really just setting this up because they're gonna use Kyrie as the blame if the Nets lose, and I'm not allowing it. It's no reason why they should lose. No.
I think it's interesting. I can't wait to see the playoffs. Just like you said, Joe Harris. We gotta see what we saw. Patty Mills has always been in the playoffs historically. Well, you still got Joe Harris and Harden. Not that Harden's been bad, but we all know when he gets past that second round, he gets a little shaky. That's just the statistics. That's just not even me being biased. As a Harden fan, I would rather that not happen. But that's just what happened. And even last year he played hurt. I mean, so I can't get on him for last year. But man, you can't hit a standing still 3. I get you're hurt, but come on. Like it was like his role was like Rondo. Like he was playmaker, shoot a 3. Like he wasn't driving. None of that was part of the game plan. So you telling me you can't just? He was hurt, so he played hurt. I can't take that away from him. But come on, what was he 1 for 9 from the 3?
Bro, he couldn't hit. No, he couldn't hit an open catch and shoot.
Like he couldn't hit that. Like that doesn't. If your ACL is torn, you might can still hit an open 3. Especially with his non-jump shot. He doesn't jump. Like he doesn't have a jumper, quote unquote. It's technically like a set shot. I mean, basketball, we all know like this is different. So like he isn't freaking Monte Ellis in the air. Like this man Billy has energy when he shoots, like he shoots so many. So I'm just a little concerned about it. That's the only thing. Durant, I'm not concerned about him in the playoffs at all. Yeah, it's really just Harden. that concerns me. Malcolm.
Hey, I ain't got nothing to say. I mean, G sounds like a fan that's tired. I mean, that's
He's a
where
Boston fan. He loves
crazy. It just gives me joy in my life just to
That's
see
so
G
sick.
just tired. He is tired of defending Kyrie. He's
Bro,
tired.
you know how hard it is, bro.
He's tired, and that's all I need to know. I was tired. Now he's tired. So it's just, I'm good. That's all I have to say.
Since Cleveland, I've been defending him, and then Giannis then Giannis undercut him. Boom. I got to deal with the injury stuff. Then we lose because Kevin Durant wears too big of a shoe on the court. His foot is on the line. Then I have to deal with that heartbreak. And when I'm like, oh, we got a whole year to big three. This dude wants to be woke. So
one thing I can say about Kyrie, he's done a hell of a lot for the community.
Facts.
So before we move on, we need to definitely let people know we ain't bashing the guy for doing what he's done before.
Yeah, most definitely not.
Because man, he's done more than actually probably any player in the NBA currently. He's not even, was he 30 on the nose?
Yeah.
Like he's done more than every player combined. And he personally doesn't publicize any of it. Now,
Especially for the WNBA.
yeah, like he's not the guy, like he's not Blueface recording and giving the homeless person $100. He's the homeless person recording Blueface, Kyrie giving him the money. Like it's always the opposite way. People want to, talk about Kyrie. But any further remarks before we move on to our next topic? Okay, now this is where my favorite topic comes in. We are doing bold takes before the season. We are all gonna have a bold take. We're all gonna briefly discuss that bold take. Now, the first bold take is the R in M&R. Now, that bold take is that the Washington Wizards will make the playoffs. And that might not seem bold enough for some people, but everyone's telling me they're not gonna make the playoffs. So at this point, that's considered a bold take at this point. I mean, I've seen Kuzma slander on the timeline, deserved, but I've seen slander. Bertans, I've seen slander, again, deserved, but it's been there. Dinwiddie, people just don't. I think he's a player people just don't really know about. So he's just like, oh, Dinwiddie, who cares? Like he was a loser before Durant and them. He's a loser now. That's his image. So my bold take was to make the playoffs. Who would like to talk first?
I mean, the Wizards just have a lot of pieces, but no connections. So, I mean, I think that they're just ready for Bradley Beal to leave so they can start this rebuild at the end of the day. This year, I mean, Kuzma did not really impress me a lot in his preseason. Montrez is Montrez, but is he really a person that y'all want to be a viable role in y'all starting lineup? No. Bertans is out because he has, he's injured right now.
He needs to be out, period. But...
Yeah. Oh, well, he's injured. Yeah. So, and then, Thomas Bryant and stuff like that. So it's a lot of questions and answers, but I don't know about the way it's a bold take. You're right. Now it's a bold take because I don't think Washington can make the playoffs based on how deep the East is.
Jay?
Okay. I kind of have to, but it's both about the same team. My first bold take is this: the Lakers won't have home court advantage come playoff time.
They won't be the 1 seed?
No, they won't be 1.
They will be the 6 seed then.
3 or 4. They will be 5.
Oh, they'll be 5th seed. That's what you're saying.
A 5th or lower.
Wait. Say it with your chest. I want to hear what you say your chest.
Y'all got 4K or 8K? 12?
Yeah, we got 8K.
The Lakers will not have home court advantage come the first round of the 2022 playoffs.
They will be the 5th seed or lower.
They will be the 5th seed or lower.
It would give me some reasonable explanation to that.
They got the turnover machine.
Oh my God.
He doesn't. It's rules to basketball. Like LeBron, Westbrook, Dwight Howard, like it's not gonna work. Like it's not gonna fit. There's only so much you can play in transition. Westbrook's defensive awareness, Frank Vogel can't even fix that. Then shooting is the most important element for a team.
Malik Monk.
Right, and you're relying on Malik Monk, a defensive liability, to come in and be a shooter. So good luck with that. I'm not fond of their depth at the wing. I'm not. The shooting is lackluster. Don't get me started on how AD is. How do I put this? AD can be Shaq. Like he can be dominant in the post, in the paint, just going to the basket. But instead, he tries to be Dirk, right? But the thing is, you have to be an above, bro. You have to be a good shooter to play like that. He's not even an above average shooter. Honestly, people let that bubble run fool with him. Like, yes, he can hit shots from the perimeter, but he isn't a shooter. He's average at best. And then you have him, he doesn't want to play the 5, so that's already an issue. Even though AD at the 5 doesn't fix everything. I don't know why Lakers fans think that. But when he plays the 4, look how many, next time y'all watch the Lakers play, when Dwight Howard or another 5 minutes in the game with him, watch how much he don't attack the basket. He just settle for jump shots. And then you're going to have him settling for jump shots. LeBron and Westbrook in the half court, it's clogged there. Then the turnovers, then bro, the lack of wing depth. And then even if they get it together, it's going to take time, bro. Like, it's going to take time. And this isn't like you're playing in a weak East like the 2011 Miami Heat. Like, they still had, like, enough shooters to, like, better than this team. It's just, bro, they're not going to be a top 4 seed. And honestly, the second part, which is, I'm going to just say it, don't be surprised if Westbrook is traded by February if it's not working.
He will not. He's not getting traded.
Hey, that big contract, I don't survive. I know you're not a Westbrook fan, but I don't think he's going to be traded.
They've been passing Westbrook around with that contract like a thought. Moving the contract ain't a problem, bro.
This is my only thing about the Lakers. First, Westbrook, to his defense, is a regular season star. Cool. Like in that, so them not being good in the regular season is definitely bold take, because I think Westbrook, maybe in the playoffs, I get that. In the regular season, I think he'll do well though. And for some reason right now, he's not shooting the 3 bad. The mid-range, he needs to stop taking the shot. That's his problem right there. He needs to stop taking that mid-range jumper. It is broke. His 3 is not terrible anymore. But it's just like
one thing I could. No. I was gonna say one thing I can say about Russell Westbrook is that, that we talk all this smack about him and everything like that, but if we look at it, yes, he struggles beginning of the season. He's done that in Houston, he's done that in Washington
every year,
and he's gonna do that in LA. But at the end of the year, when he starts figuring things out, he looks a lot better, as in what we've seen in Washington, what we've seen in Houston, and stuff like that. This is a different situation, because in Washington, I like the situation because he had a lot of shooters. Mm-hmm. Now here in LA is going to be a little different. I don't know how this is going to go. I don't know if LeBron is going to be a better 3-point shooter. Is AD going to be a better 3-point shooter? There's more questions than answers. But G, you're actually right about the fact that AD locks us up out of games, because at the end of the day, we don't see AD go off until he starts becoming the 5 and they start running things with him and LeBron. He can't really get his own shot off when LeBron is on the bench. That's why they brought in Russell Westbrook, which can probably help out the situation. It can make Anthony Davis a lot better if they add the adequate shooters around him. So that's a good question. It's more questions than answers with this team. But a top 5, a 5 seed, that's a bold prediction. That's a bold
at least
prediction.
Top 3 seed.
That's a bold prediction right there.
Why would they be a better regular season team than the Jazz?
The Jazz, Nuggets, and then them. I don't think they'll be better than the Warriors.
You think they're gonna be better than the Suns in the regular season?
I would say yes, actually, to that.
A team that's bringing everything back.
But will Chris Paul be able to bring his knees back? Like, that's not guaranteed.
Chris Paul gonna be healthy all season?
Yeah, that's not guaranteed. Payne is.
I will bank on Chris Paul being healthy more than I bank on the Lakers figuring it out.
Wow, that you must.
That's
a low percentage.
That's a low percentage.
Hey,
I'm glad we have this recorded so we can be able to come back to it if needs to be. But
all right,
I'm gonna say my bold prediction is Celtics will be a top 3 team in the East this year.
Oh, flame!
Hey, no. And I know y'all, and I know everybody is going to look at me and just say, "What in the world, Malcolm? You're being here you go, just being this type of fan." No, I'm actually honest with my team. I'm actually make sure I'm honest. I give you all the stuff that's needed. G, before we even start, let's figure out what we're gonna say. Number 1, we will have a top 5 defense this year with the additions of Dennis Schroeder, we have Jay Rich, and we have Al Horford. The lineup that's featured with Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Al Horford, and Rob Williams. Rob Williams and Al Horford can guard the perimeter.
They cannot play both together.
Yes, you can play both together.
No, they cannot.
They're both passers. Now hold up. Listen, they're both passers.
Play the Heat.
And they both can be able to guard the perimeter. Y'all saying it's bold prediction. I can hear it. It doesn't matter. Now let's look. Number one, the teams, Miami. Miami's probably gonna do a lot of load management, to be honest. And so they're not gonna be really fixated on the fact that they have to be a top 3 seed. They just need to be in the playoffs, and they will worry about that later because they work more about the playoffs in the regular season. You have Philly, Philly's dealing with different problems going on right now.
They're
with Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, and I don't think there will be a top 5 seed based on the fact that even Ben Simmons come back, that would be a problem. Chemistry issues. Other thing I can say is Atlanta, but at the end of the day, Atlanta had one good year of what they have done. I have to see more. Do I trust their head coach? I mean, I've seen him before when he was in Indiana, when he was in Portland. This is a 1-year wonder for me. I feel like Atlanta will still be.
And the Bucks. We don't care about Philly.
Okay, the Nets
you're talking about the
Nets and the Bucks in Boston. I just said a top 3 team. I said Nets, Bucks, then Boston.
Okay, so you're saying the teams that can rival them are the Hawks, the Heat, and Philly.
I'm just putting Boston over the Hawks and Philly and Bulls. Yeah, I put the Celtics over them because I feel like the Celtics still have a very good starting lineup. Then you have Dennis Schroeder coming off the bench. You actually have guys that's coming off the bench. I just think this is going to be a top 3 team in the East. And y'all think that's crazy? That's fine because this is recorded, and I cannot wait to talk about this later on in the season of how this team was a top 3 team. I can't wait. And I need you on the show, G. I need you on the show too.
Are y'all making the Eastern Conference?
I just have very small.
You said what?
Are y'all making the Eastern Conference Finals?
Well, I can't say that. I mean, that's not my prediction. My prediction.
If y'all don't play the Nets, are y'all making the Eastern Conference Finals? Yes or no?
You said if we're not playing the Nets, are we making the Eastern Conference Finals?
Yeah, just answer that.
There could be a chance. There could be a chance.
Yes or no, Malcolm? Answer that.
Could be a chance. It's just a very. I'm giving you a very vague answer.
All right. Well, thank you all for tuning into the M&R show. Make sure you all are subscribing, liking, and turn on that bell. If you like episodes like this, comment.
Hey guys, make sure y'all follow us on Instagram and on Twitter at Malc and Ron Show. And G, we appreciate you for coming on. Y'all see G a lot more as he's part of our team now. So, hey, I appreciate you being here and hope we continue to have you on the future.
All right.
Thanks y'all for having me.
All right. See y'all later, y'all.
All right.